So I see is running on this. My email was just another. Doesn't wanna see who you wanna be. I just that's also bad. So what do I need to do? So today is more about keeping it simple and understanding what I'm trying to build. So that would be trying to get onto the basics and understand basics more often because I think that is where I'm lacking at. I'm not able to make the other person understand what I want to convey, and I think so that is a really big problem. Got to solve that. To solve that, I think so. I would have to break down the problem um, into statements uh, that would make sense for the other person to understand, and also the answers for the same. The answer for the problem also should be broken down into such things I would say. So let me guess. I would click on. So I would say my task for today. These are all. So I've got four people in my team right now, but all of them are working other jobs. And I'm trying to incorporate two more people, but I've got to see how it works out, right? But yeah, so they usually are friends, but I've got to see how it works out. All right. Mm, thus, so I would have to see my personal list. First task would be to define problem problem statement and document the same. So that would be the first thing. That would be five priorities. Uh, and the second would be to uh, then okay. Let's see. Yeah, so I think so the first step would be to uh, understand problem statements. Mm. I'm mostly a pen console myself, so I really love this pen near the ball eye. Okay, yeah. So first is defining the problem statement. Then the other one would be um, to uh, define the proposed solution. So that would be the second part. I think so. I would have to make it more interesting with examples or something of that sort. So examples, uh, or or a very raw way to make them understand. Uh, uh, it's, you would have to see how it works out because, um, and I would have to see how to do it in a very simpler manner because what happens is that keeps on going on, I keep going on into technical jargons and it doesn't make any sense. So we'll have to see about that too. Priority, this is lots of time. So it's assigned to me. Mm, Now then I would have to make a list of um, potential. No, I think so. Before going for the list of potential um, investors, I would have to really mark down. Uh, okay, create a checklist of of things to be done before first pitch. I think so that would be more important than that can be normal certainly. And what would be the other stuff? Yes, uh, create a pitch test. That would be very important. I think so. I would have to decide on should I really create a video pitch test and a novel pitch test also so I have to see that. Then what else is there? Create a pitch test. Yeah. Um. Get get a list of customers. Not customers, investors. Right? Investors. Investors. So we got to see that too. How to get investors or customers. Yeah. Pretty important. Uh, what else? What else? What else? What else? Who else? And what else? Maybe a list of investors. And I think so. More important to that would be to pitch to my market, right? So I think so. Get define validation, define market validation, and uh, yeah, I think so. Define defining market validation would also include uh, at what stage, uh, what metrics. I think so. What metrics decide that the product is fit for the market. So I think so. I'll have to find these metrics first, and then see because this is mostly a very unique solution, and I'll have to see how it pans out usually. Yeah, I think so. I'm not keeping it very. I'm not uh, doing too much. I think so. Let's keep it uh, process. So usually, what I do right now is I I obviously have a chat with uh, the AI tools itself, but I like to keep my options open. So I always do it with um, two or three um, two or three uh, chats open. I don't do it with only a singular this one. So I would want to hear different this one. So I mean different opinions and stuff like that. So I think so what I would do is create let me create a home profile. I would say. Open chat GPT, open Claude, open Gemini, What else is good? Gemini, these are the main ones that I use, but I don't see anything else that is good at that sense. But I also want to get a prompt for the same, right? So that is what I would have to see right now. Um, I'm just gonna just tell it out. So create a prompt for me that would enable uh, so I want a business mentor and not okay, not a business mentor, but someone who I could chat with in terms of business um, for my Agora Marketspace. So you would have to give me okay. You'll be the director of the company, and we'll be having a chat about different phases of our business and stuff like that. So give me a prompt like that so that I can prompt ChatGPT itself. Man, I think for prompts, my go-to tool has always been Claude. Not Claude, sorry, has always been ChatGPT. I've seen a really good, you know, prompts here rather than anywhere else. Let's see. I would need to acquisitions put it at co-founders company Agora. Agora is a very working scale for application commercials. And look into that. Yes. Okay. Thompson asked a few questions, identify risk and combination. Correct. That's lovely. Um, all right, all right. The first response. Okay, okay. Makes sense. I think so that really makes sense. Mm-hmm. All right. This one, now they are asking for 10, they'll be asking for 10 questions and answers, right? So I'll probably, go to each one of them and answer, I think so, give a similar answer for everything. And let's see how they respond to that. Let's see. And, so yeah, that lovely, lovely. I love the name of the prompts also of what they give. They've asked, what is, I mean, Agora strategy room com. That's a really lovely name. First, I would ask, so create a project for Agora, create one. Free version. I have a better version. Should I do it now? I might do it. I might close all the other ones. Just keep it clean. Like, is there, the thing with Claude is I think so, it does not have the, uh, bandwidth to ask 10 questions, I would say, right? So, it would it'll keep it pretty limited, but we'll have to see how it does it. Let me see. I will start from this point on. sit on those quarantine on board. My outfit is not validated. It's got to maximize the probability that becomes a category defining up. It's likely I'll optimize for enterprise value creation, marketplace liquidity, defensibility, capital efficiency, long-term network effects, sustaining competitive. Before here are the 10 questions. Okay, they've given the 10 questions. So should I answer them at a stretch or should I just, oh, I don't know. I'm an executive director, strategy about before we build a new, before we had single person, I need to understand exactly what we want. Too many marketers on double their vision before they have stress tested the foundation. Well, specific thing, expensive problem, difficult to solve. Hmm. Okay, so very good. I think so. This in itself solves the other questions that I've had. So that's a really good way to move forward with it. Mhm. I'm ready as you can. So I'm not start to validate your emotion. I'm here to stress test it. So everyone is stress testing it basically. We have solved the chicken and egg problem, the leakage problem, and this as well. Oh, okay. What is the narrowest possible vertical or geographic neighborhood where we can achieve liquidity first? Oh, okay. B2B marketplaces die by going too broad too fast. What's a starting block where 10 buyers and 50 sellers make a functional market? Oh, that's so different than both of them, than ChatGPT. I think so. ChatGPT and Claude have very similar answers, but I don't know. That's weird actually. Okay, so I think so. Let's go through every question and see how what what it what it asks us to give. Um, Agora, yes. So now let's look at ChatGPT. So first problem is obviously the basic problem. What exact problem are we solving? What exact problem? I think so. Even regardless if they ask this question, I think so. I would have to give the answer for this as a context. That's a very important thing. We solve it. Um, who is a beachhead market? The biggest mistake marketplace make is stopping everyone. That is true. I think so. I initially thought of the same thing. That is, let's open it for everyone. But yeah, I think so. That's not gonna work. Which industry, which geography, which transaction size, which buyer profile, which supply profile. That would be a very hard one to answer because even I'm not sure about this. Those are beachhead. Oh, what is it called beachhead anyways? Beach. A secured initial position established by an attacking military force. Ah, okay. Like Dunkirk, basically. Okay. Beachhead market. But you you really cannot define a beachhead market in this segment because it could be anything. We don't know. I would have to, I think so, like go very deep into it to understand what would be the beachhead market here. But yeah, I'd have to do a lot of things to do that. Okay, nice question. Anyways, uh, beachhead market. Second is which side of the marketplace is harder to acquire? Oh, I know the answer for this. It's probably it's mainly the the ones who actually provide the project. But I don't want to see that's a problem with the application that I'm trying to build. I've built categories in my mind for certain users in our section, but I absolutely don't want that. So I'm trying to actively avoid it, but it keeps, coming in unconsciously, and I have to leave it. But I think so I have to answer it in a way that I'm not categorizing it. That's the best way. Uh, which side is order to, okay, good basic question anyways. Why will users switch to Agora? I think so. This is not more of a switching. Oh, it could be a switch up. That is, I could position it in a way of how it'd be a type of a different type of sales engine, all right? Sales engine. So we are the lead generation platform. We are also the um, we do pre-sales and we do the whole process of it, right? I think so. That could be a way we could show it as, but I think so. We would have to see how it would really make sense. Um, okay. Why would someone abandon India Mart? LinkedIn trade. Okay. I think so that's a really good question. I mean, we'll have to see that up. All right. Got that. Got that. Sales positioning and right factor. I think so that's the main question. What is a trust mechanism? Oh yeah, I know the trust mechanism. Trust mechanism is I think it's pretty sorted out here. We'll be doing a very extensive process to enter the particular uh, uh, company or entity inside the marketplace. So yeah, that's I understand that. That's a really good thing. What is the marketplace flywheel? I want to understand the self-reinforcing loop. Okay, that's okay. What is a flywheel? All right, that's a good question. Flywheel. So an example would be more vendors, better selection, more buyers, more transaction, more data, better matching, higher vendor revenue, more vendors. Ah, okay. Makes sense. That's a good thing. What's the business model? Okay, I have something in mind for business model. Business model. What unfair advantages do we have? Okay. Oh, that's a very nice question. Unfair. I think so. Yeah, fair advantage would be that I don't know why, but something like this is really not out there, and I really think that it should be there. I don't know if companies that are in the same field, for example, Upwork and freelance, if they've actually tried it out or not, and they failed because I mean, from outside, it's a clear money making opportunity, but I just I would have to delve deep into why it has not worked out yet, or why someone has not spent time into doing it. Uh, I- but I don't think so. We have an unfair advantage. To be honest, I'm a very new entrepreneur. I've not built anything that is scale. I'm just a guy with a very mad dream, and I don't know how that's going to work out. And mostly the people who work with me are also mostly in technical sides, um, and they're not like very this one. I don't have anyone in sales or marketing, so we are basically underdogs there. So I would have to see how that works out. Or nine, so how the MVP would look like. How MVP would look like. I think so. I have an understanding of how MVP would look like, but let's see. I would have to verify it again. I don't think so. Definitely listening. What does success look like over the next 24 months? So that's over the next 2 years. What does success look like? Okay. Next question. To success mode. All right. I think so. I can answer those questions, but I would want to see what I'm very interested by Gemini, but I think so. We'll go through Claude's first also because Claude has a similar uh, you know, question pattern the like of ChatGPT. So yeah, first is the problem. I think so. We're going to ask. do that anyways. The wedge. Every billion-dollar marketplace started with one narrow category. Again, I think that's same question. Same tool. Supply or demand first. You know, marketing goes harder to acquire. I think so that's again same question. Yes. The transaction. Walk me through one complete transaction on Agora. Uh-huh, okay. One complete in Agora. So that would be the fourth in terms of thought, right? Yeah. The revenue model. Okay. Okay. Um, revenue model. So revenue model. Yeah, I have something in mind. Have something in mind, but we'll have to see that. The unfair advantage. So there was something that we have asked. That's the sixth question. The competitive landscape. Who is already solving the problem even partially? This includes. Hmm. Okay. Uh, landscape. I think so. I would have to, you know, preface, preface LinkedIn, uh, then for the other ones, uh, it could be the other ones. No, the other ones are Upwork and freelance. Yeah, but mostly these days. And transactional validation. What access right now? Do you have vendors signed up? No. No. Okay. The, give me the best sale. What's the average deal size on the platform? Okay. How much? Six. Landscape is seven. Fraction is eight. 15. Math. A business model math. See that? One sentence for the series. That's a 10% clause. All right. Uh, pretty normal ones, I guess. There's nothing much. But okay, let's see what you're asking. Gemini is asking. Looks pretty interesting. First one, the fastest. Well, there are two of them. I think so too. Is it the same thing? I don't think. That should have different. Oh no, I don't know. Yes. Now this is made it more confusing now. But okay, let's go through it anyways. Alright, to build a billion dollar, we have to solve the chicken and egg problem, the leakage problem, and the SAS-enabled wedge. Here are the 10 most critical questions I need you to answer. Don't give me the pet stack washing, give me the where and touch reality. Okay. Maybe we're building a touch. We are building an ecosystem, but a gathering place that doesn't have facilitated trade. So, teaching Greek romanticism and look into the over. So, what is the narrowest possible vertical or geographic neighborhood where we can achieve the good cost? That's just sort of thing. Neighborhood that we can achieve liquidity, right? Liquidity. But the problem here is I only have access to the Indian market. Anything else would cost, and I'm coming from zero, so I would have to see how that pans out for me. the disintermediation trap. Once a buyer finds a reliable supply, they move to a relationship or they know the problem anyways right now. How does Agora make it painful to leave the platform? Correct. That's a very, very good question. So how do we make it painful to how does this know all that's actually interesting. You mentioned the Agora replacement knowledge exchange. Is this content or marketing expense to drive SEO or is it a product feature that solves a technical oh I don't know if I've ever told it's a knowledge. Oh, I don't know. No, no. So I would have to clear that. Knowledge wedge is not there. That's not a thing that we do. Supply side dynamics are as other suppliers privately or concentrated. Transfer pays for 80%. They have no reason to join Agora and pay us a pay. Oh, oh, okay. So we would have to see the supply side dynamics. Supply side dynamics. That is a very good way to go forward because I really don't know how each market functions right now. I know some of them are very fragmented, so we can work there, but the others that I'm planning to, I don't know how they look like. Single player, what can a vendor do on Agora if there are no buyers yet? Hmm. So we have a tool that they can internally plug in then to Marketplace. Okay. So, so I think so. Mm, I don't know how because if we do that, it might look like we are going for a different type of thing. But let's see that. Are we high frequency to low margin market space like office supplies or low frequency? Ooh, oh, a very good question. High free, low marks. What's can we make it dynamic? I don't know. I don't know how that will work out. Low free, like no, that's what I see that there are two sides of it, so I don't know how that will work out. Okay. In the Asian Agora, trust was built through face-to-face reputation. In a digital B2B environment, star ratings are there. What's a higher the set trust? Okay, yeah, that's great. That's already done. The economics will take rate. What is the current margin profile of our target? The industrial operations or we can't take a 10%. What do we monetize? Okay, that is monetization is what let's say. Monetization is the question. How much percentage are we going to charge them? Competitive mode was what it is SaaS. Every video is getting what is our solution. Wow. To God for that SaaS. Are we building one that incorporates SaaS or are we competing against incumbents who already have the data? Incorporates SaaS. Um, um, what is the actual meaning of incumbent? The current holder of an official person. The term is most. Oh, sorry, pardon. Again, the business model math, so that's fine. The investment are better. Last two are, oh no, that's the $1 billion project. If you execute perfectly in the marketplace, what is the second order revenue stream? Okay, second order. I think so. We have to be very open to pivoting because until we do that, it really wouldn't make sense. So, every serious one. Yes, manifest. आंखों में जो उलझन भर दिखाए तू ना जाने आंखों में जो उलझन भर दिखाए तू ना जाने वो पास आंखों में जो उलझन भर दिखाए Shit, I never knew तू ना जाने that so much, man. वो पास आंखों में जो उलझन भर तेरा देश विदेश मेरा हिंदुस्तानी का Answering these questions would take a lot of my fucking time. Let's see how it works out. Uh, Good. Really good questions. So, okay, the first question is what exact problem are we solving, right? So the okay, let me list it out, all right? So let's go. Now, in terms of Agora, wait, solving a lot of things. Documents. Agora problems. So, what's the first? The problem that we are mainly trying to figure out is companies companies have to undergo tedious process in procuring procuring no, they're not procuring clients, right? In procuring projects, lead to generation conversion, the whole sales funnel. Companies might not find the best fit for their project just because just because the app the not the application the right partners were not available 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 I think so accessible, right? That would make sense. Accessible for them. So what am I doing, bro? I don't even have oh what's this thing? Um uh, companies have to undergo change process in procuring projects. So so is that what they exactly ask for? Let's see. First question is obviously so this I'll have to have more of an understanding on how what the current system works. I think so, right? I think that makes sense. Um, who experiences it? Who experiences it? Normal, I think service-based companies, any company face this problem. Uh, it's any of these corporations. What else? How do we solve? I think that's something I have to research on. Maybe else. So now I am a company who has who wants projects from different companies. What what are the ways that I can approach for companies and try to put my services somewhere. So how do I do that? And what are the optimal ways? Give me percentages on how effective it is also, and the effort taken to do the same across everything. So give me a detailed report of the same. Okay, first is build credibility before promoting professional website. All right. I mean, that's there anyways. Cold email outreach. What the fuck? I don't know. I don't know why we're still stuck um in this whole method of doing a cold email outreach still. I think so we have to move on from these things. Cold email outreach, LinkedIn outreach. It's the same bullshit, man. It's the same bullshit. Direct sales calls, content marketing. Yeah, yeah, same partnership and reference. It really does not. Okay, what are the B2B platforms? These are all of them are still, you know, I don't know about, I think some of them, let me just see. So, class, what is class? Oh, this one. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Why isn't this well known though? That's the thing. Do they have projects here? So they have a soft providers thingy. Okay, I can post a project. Oh my, it's actually real. Uh-huh. Oh my. It's a copy of. Oh shit. Oh shit. So we have a competitor. Oh, I never knew we had a competitor. I really thought, you know, this was a single loan idea, but that's nice. I mean, thank God I got to know it by myself and not, through someone else. That in itself was really good. No, I want to. Okay, so I want to post a project. How does that make sense? Started for free. It started for free. Wow. It started. Okay. Smart. Powered by Clutch AI. So these guys are, I think so they have been. Yes. Oh my God. Okay. So, right. If I put my worst lap on it, uh, right. Uh, yeah. It's not good. Let me try putting it. Reviews the website. Okay. See, there's actually real man. Oh my God. And it doesn't sleep. Oh, oh, mm. And they're not even asking for a work email too. Mm-hmm. Yes. Oh, they basically said to providers, okay. And we give it to them, okay. Followed. So, okay, so this is like mostly clutch, I would say, is mostly catering to mostly caters to service providers. And these service providers are basically getting projects sent. I think that's the whole business model, I would say. I understand it, but I think so there's a better, we might have a better business model, but I don't know. We might have to see that. Um, I don't know how he's monetizing this thing because it looks like it's going to be really hard to get these guys to monetize anything. Should they? Oh, I never knew that there was something like this. But I think this is mostly in the European. I've not seen something in India. I would say there are 11,550. they have a pretty good number of people going on. Very nice, very nice. No, no, no. I don't care. I know. Dude, what the fuck? Like, how does it make sense? Like, how does this make money, man? I just want to see revenue of stocks. Let's change my point of view. It feels so lonely. This is a bomber, basically. A big ass bomber. Oh, shit, this is a bomber, basically. A big ass bomber. Oh, shit, this is a bomber, basically. A big ass bomber. What the other ones that it is good firms and top talent. Hmm? So why aren't they still, the go-to place for it's like a review rating system. Mm, same thing. Mm, yes. These are mostly American companies. The other one was top talent. What's top talent? Top talent. Hire talent from the top. Freelance. So doesn't shit anything. You should have that. I know we can do better than one, two, three. These were the ones who are real competitors basically. Mm. All right, all right. And so I think so. I will have to do a more deep understanding of what they are providing already. So, uh, clock.co and the other one was Good Farms. So, I don't know if there are much more than this. Code competitors. How do how do we make it different level? So let me ask you something. Oh, fuck that. No. G2 manifest. I could just gonna stand there and watching you burn. 'Cause that's alright, and I just wanna be just gonna stand there and let me cry. And that's alright, 'cause I just love the way. Man, what the fuck is this? Provide me with a list of companies like the above listed. Give me a list of all the companies that work in the same manner. Man, what the fuck is that? Polkorigan, tumani, mere ko meri, niyariyade, nitariya, niyade, eruma kabina dagatole, mere, मैं इतना ज़मीन कर दो नहीं मुमकिन कतई दूरी ना जाने तेरी न जाने. तेरे ऐसा किया तो होगा जरा पागल तूने को चुन लिया तू दिन है मुसावरात मेरे होठों की लकीर मेरे मोह मोह के हाथ तेरी उंगलियों से जान तेरे तो है नाता, तेरे धनु धनु. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Mhm. God help me find the right person. Why I'm doing this, and I know I'm doing this. Oh God, for me to be more and more so to see you will be only one of me from this. And so heart the frozen with joy. La 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 la. This the season to be joy. La 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 la. ओ मेरी जान तेरा दस्तक मार Sing hallelujah to the Lord. Sing hallelujah to the Lord. Sing hallelujah. Sing hallelujah. Sing hallelujah to the Lord. Bing, 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 bang, bing, bing, bing. You fucking pig. You're a sweetheart, you fuck.